Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, I know there's more of you in the room than that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Over the last 10 years, we've made great strides in hardening our campuses to make them safe. We've added access controls to our buildings, updated our key and intercom systems that allow entry into our buildings. Almost every classroom door has a Rhino lock. For over 20 years, we've had SROs on our campuses, with one being placed this past 2020 in every single school. So we're currently upgrading our camera systems across our district and now have radio systems for our schools and all of our buses. We have vape detectors, i.e. environmental scanners. They do more than detect vapes, so don't worry kids, we will catch you if you vape. So the next thing that we have done in our schools, we've actually spent literally millions of dollars to ensure that every campus we have is physically safe as possible. In 2023, we're calling on our parents, our students, and our community members to join us in holding ourselves and others to the behavioral expectations that we have set on our school campuses. Furthermore, we pledge to our stakeholders that we will hold our students accountable so that all schools are on emotionally and physically safe places to learn. The next person I'm asking to step up would be Sheriff Campbell, and I do want to introduce our law enforcement. We have Chief Only and Chief Watson. So this would be our Howard County Sheriff, our Statesville Police Department Chief, and our Troutman Police Department Chief. We have a great working relationship with them, and they can tell you some of the things they have done to ensure that our schools are safe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a lively crew. Too early, isn't it? I want to echo a few things Dr. James said, but I will be straightforward and to the point that over the last several years, especially over the last 5 years, the Howard County Sheriff's Office and school system has made great strides into making sure that our schools stay safe. Be it from ballistic shields in our schools to teen academy, athletic leagues working in conjunction with our Statesville schools, to our threat assessment officers. Now we have 2 assigned. We have constantly tried to make our school campuses safe, elementary, middle, and high school, not just for students, but for parents and administrators and our teachers and everybody else that may be on our school grounds at any given time. You know, I want to send a message that we take serious school safety. We take serious the safety of our parents on campus, everybody involved in our school system, and we are not going to tolerate any type of, just a few, that try to cause problems in our schools for the other kids and everybody that want to try to learn. You know, we'll adamantly pursue any kind of leads we get through our threat assessments, through our SROs, our elementary schools, to make sure that those are causing, the small amount that's causing a problem will suffer those consequences. And I just wanted to say that, I just want to send a message to that we take it serious. We take active shooter threats nationally. We worry about it here every day. And there's a lot of things behind the scenes that we do in conjunction with our Statesville schools and the other local municipality police departments. So I want to send that message, and you know, we're here to help. We're here to help everybody, but we also are here to protect those that's here to learn inside our schools. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Get the third good morning, and I feel like I'm going to echo everything that was just said, but I want to thank everybody for coming. Just like Sheriff Campbell said, we take the schools and what goes on there very seriously. Our kids, I think anybody would say, is our #1 investment. And, you know, we see pockets, we see things happen, we see spikes in some types of crime at school, and we see those de-escalate. One of the things that we've done in the last year is we've added an investigator to the school system here in the city of Statesville. We were lucky enough to have one of our previous SROs that was also an investigator come back, and now she's working part-time with us, and she's assigned to work all the school system, but more particularly Statesville High School. The benefit that we've seen in that is we've been able to kind of now get out in front of some of the things with her biggest part of trying to monitor situations that's going on, anything going on in social media. And as all of you know, social media has been a driving issue with a lot of the stuff that's gone on at the schools. And we're trying to do a better job of getting out in front and trying to understand who's doing what and you know, where we can try to cut this off before it escalates to anything violent, fights, anything like that. Our #1 goal is safety. I will echo what Mr. James said, that we have 0 tolerance for people in schools that are causing disruptions. we cannot let a small percentage of the population in our school system infect the whole school. And that's kind of what we've seen, almost instilling fear in students and staff, and we're trying to get those people identified and present that stuff not only to our juvenile court system, but also to school administration, so we can try to deal with it on two different fronts. We're working hard, our SROs work hard. We have a great group of SROs here in Iredell County, not only with Statesville, but the sheriff and with the town of Troutman. And that's our focus. And going forward, we're gonna continue to work to make our schools as safe as we can.
The Troutman Police Department, the safety of students, staff, and visitors to their school is one of our top priorities. As part of that priority, one thing we did the last year was ensure that our officers had additional training on responding to a violent event at a school. But while responding to the event, we need to be on that. The best thing to do is prevent it. And one thing, I agree, Dr. James is calling on parents, to start taking the responsibility of ensuring that their children show the proper behavior at schools. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to what's going on at home and what his values are being instilled by the parents. And without the support of parents, no matter what we do or the schools do, we're going to continue to have problems. So we need people in the community to start stepping up on that and encouraging children to behave right. We would like to thank Dr. James because he has done a lot of work to ensure there's funding, to ensure that there's SROs in every single school. And part of that is making sure that everybody feels safe, to know that they have an officer on campus when they arrive and help secure the schools. So I would like to call on everybody, if you are aware of some behavioral issue that's creating a concern in the school or a potential threat, to immediately contact law enforcement or the school system so that we can get ahead of it and prevent something from happening.